Hi guys, just got midday here on March 11th in London. Just going to have a quick look over some of the markets where we're currently trading and some potential opportunities for the rest of the day, and then we'll have a quick look at the calendar for the week ahead. Here I've got oil to start off with, and this morning we pushed higher, just continuing the recovery that we had from Friday morning to afternoon sell-off, and we've just tested this trend line here around the R1 as well. So that's a pretty key level to keep an eye on. And while oil potentially, looked like it wanted to break through on the second test earlier, I'd still be focusing on that as a possibility to get long should we break through. Really looking for price to break the trend line, come back down to sort of test that area before breaking on. While we have been in a bit of a range as well, I'd almost just feel like I want to get a further confirmation either way before getting into this market. The low that we had from last week, you can see well respected previously. If I just move the chart away from the camera here, you can see going back to the 14th of February would be the next level should that go through. But that low also found the next day, the 15th of Feb, and on Friday. So a breakthrough of that, while this may not happen today, of course, might be the opportunity to get short and break out of this range that we have been in for a while. Shorter term, potentially looking at the trend line from the low that we had overnight. We haven't quite come back down to test the trend line, but should that go as well, the opportunity could in fact be looking to get short out of that. So price getting squeezed in for now. The oil increase in volume going to be 1 p.m. UK time, obviously with the clocks having changed for daylight saving in the US, so that's an hour earlier. Gold, quite interesting trend line. We've just found support now as well from the low that we had back on Thursday. You can see overnight how that was respected quite well Friday as well. The jobs numbers, the week numbers helping gold push higher on the weaker dollar. However, we have come back to found support around here and the pivot. Key level as well to focus on for the shorter term will be these trend lines from the highs that we've had. So price perhaps looking to get squeezed in a touch. If we were to break through 1300 to go as well, you've got the lows going back from mid-February, which people will be looking at as a key level of resistance. However, as similar to a couple of markets, we have been in a bit of a trend before that breakthrough. So I'll be keeping an eye on that trend line. A break of that, looking to get down to sort of test 1290 again, would be something that would interest me quite a lot. S&P, we had a bit of a recovery into the back end of the week, and you can see we tested the 11th of February low on Friday before finding great support. If we were to get a follow through and break lower, I'd be looking down that 8th of February low on the futures around 26.87. We talked in our morning briefing about how the level could offer a place to get short if it broke in 27.67, really the low from the 21st of Feb and 13th, or the high of the 13th. Once that went, you can see we really pushed lower. So I'll be keeping an eye on that. It's almost a line in the sand for the bulls and the bears, but it might need some positive trade war sentiment to get us back above there, really. The pound is all going to be about the votes tomorrow and Wednesday and what happens from there. As you can see, it's a bit choppy this morning, gapping lower before pushing higher. And just having a look at that calendar, obviously some key points out today with the retail sales out of the US, but more importantly the inflation numbers tomorrow, and that could really dictate US markets from that point of view. But yeah, Brexit headlines are going to drive the pound. Could be a key week ahead to determine whether we actually get a test again of the yearly high from just a couple of weeks ago, which was also that September high that we had last year. Should be an interesting week regardless, and good luck ahead.